Hello. Thanks for returning. I cannot breathe with this on. I'm sorry. Hey YouTube, it's Alaska. Thanks for joining. I'm going to do a story time and I'm going to talk about my experience in Clothes Mentor and why I would not. Ooh, hold on. Whew, hold on. I don't. Whew. Oh, goodness. Okay, story time. And now I can breathe. Anyways, I'm going to give my 2 cents right here. It's on my channel. I do what I want. But I'm going to give you my story of Clothes Mentor and why I would not be walking back into a particular Clothes Mentor. Okay? You guys know I'm a reseller. I go everywhere looking for a deal, finding stuff that I can make a profit on. That's what I do for a living. But I happen to go to Clothes Mentor. Now, I go to Clothes Mentor all the time. I have several locations I go to. So this is just a particular one that I'm never going to go to again. And here's why. If you're a reseller, you know that it don't take no 5-10 minutes to go through all the hangers and find the good stuff. It takes time, okay? So I go in with my mask on. I already know that this particular place requires you to wear a mask. Most places do, which is fine. I wear my mask. I don't have a problem wearing a mask. I have my mask on like this. So I put my mask on before I went into the store. Hopefully I can breathe while I tell you the story. This is how I got my mask, y'all. Okay? Let me tell you the reason why I got my mask like this, okay? And by the way, it is over my nose. Now, people may think that it needs to be all the way up here, but that's not how I rock. That's not how I wear a mask. Now, whew. Let me see if I can get this story. So, just the back history of my health. I have problems where, and I've been in emergency several times in the last few months, and every single year seems to happen, where, you know, I can't breathe. That's just the way it is. And I've been living with it since I was a young child. And then the doctor tells me I have to live with it. So I've been living with it. So there's times where, if you've ever been in a store or even a thrift store, they want to scale down on the air conditioning. That's just what they do. They want to make sure that bill's low. Hold on a second. Okay, this is what happened. I am strolling through the hangers. By the way, there's no one around me. I am the only one in the aisle. Okay? I just want to let you know so we don't talk about, you don't put any comments about 6 feet apart. I am the only one in the aisle. Okay? So I got my, like this. And what I did for a quick second, because it was heated in there, it got a little hot. I was sweating a little bit. I did this so I can breathe, just get some air. Okay. And as soon as I did this, there was this sales associate literally like this right up on me talking about, is there a reason why you can't wear your mask? And no, it needs to be all the way up on your nose, like all the way up on your nose. And I said, well, I do have a reason, ma'am. I do have, hold on a second. I have to. As I started to talk to her and tell her the reason why I have to take my mask down and breathe, I thought about it. I said, wait a minute. Do I really need to tell a person? Or do I really need to argue with a person about the right to breathe? Do I really need to do that? So immediately when she says, I told her, I said, well, I do have a reason. She says, well, ma'am, our requirements in order to shop in this store, you have to have that mask all the way up over your nose. So with that said, y'all, my head was swirling. I said, okay, lady, I'm going to take off my mask and I'm going to leave this store. I don't have time for that. I know this. Breathing is more important than this damn mask. I don't care what nobody say. Me breathing is more important, and I'm going to say it, than COVID. If I'm not breathing, I can't get COVID. Okay, I'm dead. If I pass out from asphyxiation, like, that's it. I can't get COVID if I'm dead. So I just want to put it that way. People have now gotten, this is not the only store I go to. I have other stores where how I wear my mask is fine. I do have it up over my nose, and it is literally blocking my nose. The reason why I say that is because people are all about, well, you're endangering people. If you don't have your mask on, it's all the way up on your nose. Well, go to the CDC website, okay? Your mask is for, just like with the doctors, the only reason why they wear the mask is so droplets from your external parts or your open parts, like your nose or your mouth, when you speak or sneeze, it doesn't go out to the other person. Now, you got to think about that. Let's think about that. Was I sneezing? No, I wasn't sneezing. Was I coughing? No, I wasn't coughing. I'm not sick. Was I breathing on someone? Was the saliva in my mouth? Nope, because I was the only one out. I was by myself. So I wasn't a danger to anybody. By the way, when I say that, when another person has on their mask, you ain't putting droplets and stuff on them, so they good. So why are they worried about you? I don't care what people say. You can leave comments all you want to. This is my channel. You can say whatever you want. Until the First Amendment right goes away, I'm going to say whatever the hell I want to say. So this is what I want to say. People out there who are going crazy over a mask and how people wear their masks, especially when they're not even close to the person, especially when they already have their mask on to protect them, it's getting ridiculous. Like, it's getting out of hand. When you are approaching people about wearing a mask, really. I'm the kind of person, like, if you're going to tell me something, I'm going to look at it and I'm going to make sure it's true. I'm going to research. Go to the website and they tell you the only time you don't have to wear a mask if you have problems breathing. Or if you are a person that cannot put a mask on and off, then you shouldn't wear a mask. I do have medical documents to show that I have problems with this type of issue, but should I have to argue with someone in a store who I literally am, like, I'm nowhere near anyone. I'm nowhere near anyone. And they're nowhere near me. By the way, everyone else who feels they want to be safe has a mask on, is in no jeopardy of me giving them COVID. By the way, you can't even come in the store if you have COVID. So no one's in the store with COVID anyway, because we've been tested. Why are we talking about this mask? Like, why are we going around telling on each other? With that said, let me bring it up again. If you have a problem with what I'm saying right now, click off, okay? If you think that otherwise that I'm hurting you even though you have the mask on, if you believe that, click off, okay? Because I've already explained to you what a mask is for and what it does. And if you got a mask on and your nostril and mouth is protected, you're good. But do not come in someone else's space and demand them to suffocate themselves. Don't do it. Like, I'm telling you right now, I refuse to go back in the store. I'm not going back there, okay, until this mask issue is over, because it doesn't make sense. I don't have COVID. No one's allowed to stand more than 6 feet or closer than 6 feet from each other. So, and by the way, if I'm not talking to you or coughing on you or sneezing, then none of this from my mouth or saliva or whatever is coming out. So the mask, by the way, doesn't protect you from COVID. Please do research. It does not protect you from COVID, because you take your mask, you touch everything else, and you touch your mask. And by the way, they said the particles of COVID is very, very small, where it can literally get to the mask. So I don't even know what we're wearing this evening. I don't know. I just had to come on my own channel and let everyone know, for this particular store, and I'm not going to mention their name because I've already left them a bad review online. Like I said, I have a civil right to be able to breathe. Like, it's like, breathe, wear a mask. Breathe, wear a mask. What you think I'm going to choose? I'd rather live. I want to live. That's my story time. Oh, yeah. Also, I want to mention, there's also a lady, an older lady in the store. She was literally drenched, like in sweat, like drenched in sweat. And she had her mask on literally like this, like, cause she couldn't breathe. She was hot. She had on her mask like this. It was an older lady, okay? And the girl came up to her, like, before I left the store. This is before that she checked me before she checked the older lady. While I was walking out the store, I heard her check the other lady too, and tell the other lady, this is an old lady. We're talking about maybe in her 70s or 80s, very old. She was sitting in a wheelchair. She was sitting in the wheelchair, and she checked her and told her that she has to put on her mask over her nose too, okay? If you can't breathe, if you're not ingesting or breathing enough oxygen, you're dead anyway. Let's stop forcing people to wear masks. I don't care if you don't like this. I don't care. It's my opinion, and that's how I feel. Like, what I do is not, you know, here and there I go shopping. Shopping is my job. So I'm out and about all day long in stores where they do have the air conditioning on, in stores where they don't at all have air conditioning. So when you're in that state and you're trying to get through all the hangers and all the aisles, you got to be able to breathe. Thanks for watching. Give me a like, give me a shout out if you like this video, or if you agree with what I'm saying. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, don't say nothing to me. Don't leave me no comment. I don't want to hear from you. I don't care. Move on. I do not care. That's what I wanted to share today. That's my story time. To all those who like this, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for giving me a like. I'll see you in the next video.